Hello everyone, my name is Voya and welcome to my deep guide. Yesterday we got the notification that Remarkable Gen 1 has been updated to version 2.2, bringing a little bit more new functionalities to the table, so let's check them out. Here we are, and before I begin checking out the two new features or functionalities that we have, I first want to say that this is the beta version of the update 2.2. And this is on my beta device that I have. The update 2.2 during the gradual rollout hasn't really arrived to my regular device, so yeah, so maybe some of the things will be slightly different, and I'm certainly hoping that one thing will be improved in the final version that you're getting. But yeah, we have the update 2.2 is out, and it introduces two new functionalities or two improved functionalities. Now we have a trash can or a recycle bin, depending on if you're looking at the world from Mac or PC eyes. The idea is that you can now restore files if you no longer want them to be deleted. And we also have a new gesture, which is swipe down to close, which actually makes sense because this means that the update 2.2 is now preparing for the Remarkable 2, so to get rid of the buttons, because Remarkable 2 will not have buttons. So let's check them out. The trash functionality functions not from the document, but instead it functions from the document overview. So the way it works is you long press to select, and now instead of deleting, now you have move to trash function. So if I go move to trash, I can undo. So my trash test netbook was moved to trash, I can undo, and it will return back here. Or I can just trash it and then continue working. And where do I find my trashed items? If you go to menu, now we have the new icon here, trash, and if I go into trash, I will find my trashed document. So this is basically your recycle bin. And here you can also restore, delete individual files, or you can also choose to empty the entire trash can. So all's good. So if I, for example, select this guy and I restore, trash can is empty, and if I go back to menu here, I can see that my trash test notebook is here, which is fine. However, in the beta version that I'm testing here, there is an issue that I mentioned and that I reported to the Remarkable dev team, and I hope that in the final version this has been solved. However, the problem in the beta version is this. Let's say that I want to delete the file from a deeper directory structure, which is in this case just one down, my files notebooks. And if I select it and I go move to trash, if I press undo, it will return where I would expect it to, in the same folder where it originated. However, if I move to trash, go back home, go into trash here, and I select this guy and I want to restore it, the problem that I'm going to have is that the document has been restored to the root of the device, not to the original folder where it was stored. So that's the issue in the beta software, and I don't know if this has been resolved in the final version. That's something that you guys should check out and let us know down in the comments below, the lucky few who have actually gotten the update 2.2. But yeah, if it hasn't, in my opinion, this is broken behavior. This is not how it's supposed to work. The file, when it's restored, it needs to be restored to the original path, not to the root. Other than that, I think it works really good. The only additional thing that I'm kind of missing is, but this is just a nice to have for me, I think it would be nice to also have the ability to delete the notebook from the notebook menu here, that I don't have to go back into here and then delete stuff, but that's just a very, very minor thing, and it's a personal preference. The swipe down gesture is basically preparation for the transition to the Remarkable 2, because the Remarkable 2 will not have any of the buttons here, and we already have the page next and previous as slide gestures here, and now they finally introduced the swipe down gesture, which brings you back home. Whether you want to interpret the swipe down gesture as closing the document or a home button, it's exactly the same thing, because if I press home button, I will go back home or close the document. And in the same way, if I swipe down, I will go home or close the document. So now we have the swipe left and right for substitute for the left and right buttons, and swipe down as the home button. I think that the swipe detection is quite good. It really is okay. I mean, it's not perfect. None of them are. And that's one of the gripes that I have, that we're not gonna have buttons on Remarkable 2, because as you can see, yeah, it does detect them, but like any type of gesture, it's not perfect. It's not going to be 100%, while the buttons are always going to be 100% until they break. That's pretty much it. We got two new functionalities, the recycle bin or trash, and swipe down, or basically a gesture that replaces the home button. And that's fine, as long as the restoring from the trash can will restore files into the proper directory structure, as I hope it will in the proper version, not in the beta one that I have. Again, if somebody has already received the update 2.2, please let us know in the comments down below if that functionality works or not. If not, that we can bug them to actually fix it, because that's how it's supposed to work. The swipe works, that's all fine. I think that's all good, and there's no problems there. My only problem is with the mentality of the updates, and maybe that's because I'm a developer and I've worked in this type of world for over 20 years. So let me just be clear. This is an update for sure, but the problem I have is that it's not an update 2.2. This should have been an update 2.1 point something. In the developer world, you have the main version, subversion, update or patch version. Main versions always bring huge updates, like they did for the Remarkable 2, a completely new user interface and all that kind of stuff. That's great. However, the point versions, the first point versions, need to bring significant new functionalities, not just updates to existing functionalities. They have to bring and introduce new functionalities. And while technically speaking, introducing a recycle bin is a new functionality, that's really stretching it. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with the update. The only thing that I have a problem with is calling it update 2.2. I get like, no, that's not true. Yeah, fine, whatever, that's just me. Other than that, I think it's kind of cool. I wish there was more. I mean, we wait a long time and then we get like, here's a teaspoon. Now enjoy that little teaspoon, Timmy, because you never know when the next one's gonna get. And that's my biggest problem. It's like we're getting teaspoons of updates and new functionalities where there's definitely room for more significant updates, especially in the reader side of things. But as it is, it's here. Let's see how long it takes to roll out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and consider taking off the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter thingies, because yeah, now I'm gonna be focusing back on my deep guide and starting writing articles and all that kind of stuff, so that's going to be nice. Your support definitely helps a lot. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video, which will be the in-depth review of the Onyx Books Max 3. Bye.